A few months ago, I lay awake at 2 a.m., my heart racing, as I replayed a networking event in my mind. I had set a goal to connect with 10 new people, but I barely spoke to anyone. Instead of feeling inspired, I felt like a failure. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with ideas on how to improve ourselves. We read books, take courses, and set ambitious goals, believing each step will bring us closer to ideal versions of ourselves. But what happens when this quest for self-improvement becomes a burden? I remember setting a personal goal to read a book every week. Initially, it felt exciting. I shared my progress online, eager to inspire others. But soon, that excitement faded. Reading became a race against time, where I skimmed through pages just to meet my self-imposed deadline. The joy of reading turned into a chore, and I realized that my pursuit of self-improvement had become self-sabotaging, leading to stress and burnout instead of growth. Recognizing self-sabotage in our improvement efforts isn't always easy. It often sneaks up on us, disguised as ambition. After a challenging week, I decided to overhaul my mornings. I woke up at 5 a.m., planned a meditation session, journaling, and a workout. Day one felt great, but by the end of the week, I was exhausted and struggling to get out of bed. The first sign of self-sabotage often emerges as a relentless pursuit of perfection. Many of us set lofty goals and initially feel exhilarated. Take my friend Sarah, for example. She wanted to run a marathon, so she pushed herself through injuries and fatigue, ignoring her body's signals. On race day, she collapsed, sidelined for months. This isn't about giving up on ambition. It's about recognizing when our high expectations become toxic. When we fail to meet these standards, it can leave us feeling defeated, as if we've let ourselves down. But this struggle goes deeper than just setting ambitious goals. It also involves how we respond when we don't meet them. Just last week, a viewer reached out to me about his struggle with anxiety after attending social events. He shared, "I thought I was improving, but now I just feel more stressed." I understood where he was coming from. As we push ourselves to improve, we can become our own harshest critics. This brings us to the second warning sign of self-sabotage: negative self-talk. I recall my own pursuit of a big promotion. I put in the hours and celebrated small wins, yet every piece of feedback left me spiraling. I would mentally replay comments, convinced I was inadequate. This negative dialogue drained my energy and hindered my effectiveness. Instead of feeling empowered, I was paralyzed by self-doubt. Self-improvement should not compromise our mental well-being. Yet many of us fall into this trap. When you find yourself caught in this cycle, it's important to pause and reassess your mindset. How can you shift this perspective? Recently, I caught up with a friend who thrived on setting mini challenges for himself, like going weeks without sugar or running daily. At first, it was inspiring, but soon it became evident that he was burning out. The third sign of self-sabotage is the feeling of constant burnout. What starts as an inspiring habit can drain your energy. I once believed that juggling multiple self-improvement efforts would accelerate my progress. I tried meditating, journaling, exercising, and learning a new skill all at once. Initially, it felt invigorating, but soon I faced a wall. I woke up exhausted, questioning how I could maintain such high expectations. The reality is, self-improvement isn't a race. If you're constantly pushing yourself to the brink, you may be causing more harm than good. It's crucial to step back, reevaluate your goals, and ask yourself whether you're truly thriving or just surviving. So what strategies can we adopt when we recognize these signs of self-sabotage? How can we reframe our approach? In reflecting on my own experiences, I learned the significance of self-compassion. After weeks of feeling like I was failing, I decided to pause my relentless improvement efforts and simply enjoy a book for its own sake. One effective method to counter self-sabotage is practicing self-compassion. This means acknowledging your struggles without judgment. Instead of punishing myself for missed targets, I began celebrating small wins. I created a list of achievements, no matter how minor they seemed. This shift let me recognize that progress isn't always linear. Sometimes stepping back leads to greater clarity. For instance, my friend Sarah later opted for shorter races and cross training, which kept her injury free while reigniting her love for running. Self improvement should enhance your life, not consume it. It's about finding that balance, establishing a rhythm that allows you to grow without the strain of constant striving. Finally, a mentor once told me, sometimes doing less is more. I didn't grasp the depth of this until I observed firsthand how it transformed my work and personal life. Embracing moderation can be a game changer. Instead of diving into every self-improvement trend, select one or two areas to focus on at a time. This doesn't equate to giving up. Rather, it's a strategic decision. For instance, instead of aiming to read 50 books a year, why not focus on 5 and reflect deeply on them? Personally, I honed in on improving my public speaking. I enrolled in a course and practiced regularly, free from the pressure to master everything at once. The results were evident. I felt more confident, and my communication skills flourished. The key takeaway here is that it's okay to slow down and prioritize quality over quantity. Growth thrives on depth, not breadth. As we approach the conclusion, take a moment to reflect on your own self-improvement journey. Looking back, I understand that self-improvement isn't a destination, but a continuous journey of self-discovery. Embracing this perspective has helped me appreciate the beauty of imperfection in my growth. As you ponder your own journey, consider how you can incorporate these lessons. Ask yourself, are you genuinely striving for better, or are you merely pushing yourself into a corner? It's okay to step back, acknowledge your imperfections, and celebrate the small victories. Remember, self-improvement is about progress, not perfection. It's acceptable to say no to things that drain you, and yes to moments that inspire you. When you find yourself ensnared in self-sabotage, take a breath, reassess your goals, and allow yourself the grace to proceed at your own pace. What choices will you make to reshape your path towards self-improvement?